I paid for a guided tour across Vatican museums, Sistine Chapel and St. Peter's Basilica, and it was super expensive. I had no choice because everything was sold out and only this expensive price was available. However, I'm gonna tell you why it's great, but also why it's not great, and is it worth it? I'm also going to share some great tips where you can save money here and there. I found out a bit too late for me, but I thought maybe it's gonna help other people. And I'm also gonna tell you what you can get for free. Okay, here's a kicker. You can actually get free entrance to Vatican museums. Yes, completely free. It's the last Sunday of every month in the morning. Of course, expect huge queue because you're not the only one who knows about it. All the information, I put all the links in the description where you can find all the information about the current schedules and so on. If you're not visiting on the last Sunday of the month, obviously you need a ticket to go to the Vatican museums. The tickets from the official website, again link in the description, cost 20 euros and 5 euros booking fee. It also includes entrance to the Sistine Chapel. However, mostly it's sold out. Of course, during the winter, not so much, so you can still get it, but later in the year, these are most likely to be sold out, especially in the summer. However, you can of course pay for a guided tour because they have plenty of tickets, so even if everything is sold out in terms of the official website, you can still get the entrance. But keep watching this video to find out. St. Peter's Basilica entry is free completely. Okay, you don't need a ticket, you don't need to book anything, it's free. You join the queue and you wait forever, but you're gonna go there for free. It's a church, you can't ask for the entry for the church. Of course, if you want to climb the dome, you have to pay. Currently it's 8 euros if you're not using elevator, but only using stairs. You can buy the tickets directly at the St. Peter's Basilica. Of course, online you can find guided tours specifically for St. Peter's Basilica and for climbing the dome. So it's up to you if you want to book it online or if you just want to go there and see if they have tickets. You can visit the crypt where the popes are buried for free, right? Imagine huge queue again, like I couldn't go there. Like the queue was so long. However, I went there in the summer, so, you know, I've been told it's good to go in winter, but obviously with the holy year, if you're watching this video in 2025, it may be busy still because it's a holy year, it's a jubilee year, so they expect more visitors than usual. But maybe you can visit next year and, you know, my guide told me that like in January or February, like there's literally nobody there, like almost nobody. If you want to visit St. Peter's crypt, then you have to pay. And I couldn't get the information where you can buy tickets, maybe directly at the Basilica. I only found the third-party websites that are selling those tickets online, with obviously guided tours, so they're a bit more expensive. What is great about St. Peter's Basilica, and I'm talking about, this is my favorite place from the whole Vatican, because it's absolutely stunningly beautiful, and you can go to Holy Mass. You can get the timings obviously inside. You're gonna see when the next Mass is going to be, usually 11 a.m., but I believe it's like every hour or so. You can also check it online, but if you want to spend some time in the St. Peter's Basilica, I believe you don't miss a Holy Mass. So you can go for the Holy Mass. The only requirement is that you have to stay for 45 minutes until the Mass finishes. Otherwise, they're not going to let you in. I mean, that's the point of the Mass, to stay the whole time, right? They want to prevent people just to like go there and just be like, oh yeah, okay, I seen, and then you leave. You're just going to tell them, I'm staying for the whole Mass, and they're gonna let you in. Like, there's no tickets or anything like that. I mean, it's the Holy Mass. And you can also do the confession in your language if you find that language. So you can see the booths, and if there's a green light, they're available, and it says like English, German, Polish, you know, you can also do that for free. So if you cannot get the tickets online from the official website because it's sold out, you have to go through third-party websites. I used Headout. Basically, I just Googled it, you know, and this seemed to be like the biggest one. There are so many tours, so you have to be really careful what is included. And there's gonna be different prices for the different dates, right? So, for example, on Tuesday it can cost 40 euros, and then Wednesday, because it's almost sold out, it can cost 100 euros. So the date is really important. And if you buy it last minute, you're not gonna get it at all, first of all. And potentially like it can cost over 100 euros per person. You can also just get like St. Peter's Basilica guided tour, you know, or entrance to the dome, climbing the dome. You can also only get, if you want, tickets to Vatican museums and Sistine Chapel, guided tour. So there's a combination. There's also a combination of everything, which is obviously the most expensive. You just have to really see what is included, because for example, I thought I'm having like a skip the line entry. Well, it was kind of, you know, to St. Peter's Basilica, I didn't queue, so I just went straight in. Sistine Chapel, the same thing, which was great because otherwise I would spend so much time in there just waiting. But when we went to the Vatican museums, the big wall and the entrance, we spent almost 40 minutes waiting there because so many people have skipped the line or priority entrance that it's still you're gonna wait, but you're not gonna wait like 2-4 hours. You're gonna wait like half an hour or a little bit more, even though I went at 8:15, which is quite early, right? So you just need to double check what is included, but also what are the reviews, right? So read carefully, and it's kind of tricky because you can see the reviews which says, oh my God, this was, you know, not very good and it was overpriced, and then 10 reviews says that this was amazing, you know. Why it differs so much is because of whether you're lucky or not with your guide. And I was super unlucky, and more so because I paid so much money. I paid over 100 euros because there was only one day I could go, and that was like the most expensive one. Everything was sold out. Everything else. So I was like, damn. And I got a guide that it was her first day. So it was very bad. I don't want to like judge or anything. What was great, she had learned all the facts. She was saying what she was supposed to say, but nothing on top of that. No extra information, right? It maybe comes when you do this job a bit longer, but she just wanted to get from A to B. And she was rushing us because we were waiting a bit longer than we should probably in the beginning, in the queue. So then when we entered, she was just like, okay, quick, get your, you know, monitor set, you know, so you can hear me. And she was just like, okay, let's go, we have to go. And I was like, oh my God, okay. And I wanted to buy, this is the information, right? So like you can't bring like water, or it's basically like the airplane scanners. So you can't bring that stuff, but you can buy water from the machine inside. But she was rushing us so much that I just didn't have time to do that, right? So I was so thirsty. Oh my goodness, so much. I wanted to pass out. And by the way, the queue for the toilets is like women, 100 people in the queue in the summer, right? I couldn't go even for the disabled toilet. Like there's a queue, right? And obviously, by the way, you can say you're disabled because, you know, not every disability is visible. So they cannot challenge you, of course, but still you would wait. The positives are that, you know, you follow the guide, she's gonna tell you, or he's gonna tell you some information that you wouldn't know. They're rushing you and it's just going from like A to B, and it's like, oh, take a picture of this is important. And then she tells you something. There were so many people that I couldn't like almost hear her. And then she said, if you get lost by mistake, like, I'm not waiting for you. So, you know, you're on your own, which you didn't want to do because then you wouldn't get entrance to Sistine Chapel and St. Peter's Basilica. You wanted to stick to her, you know, like you couldn't just go in like your own pace. So that was not great. And just because it was her first day, or I don't know, like she didn't have this extra kind of interesting info. So she just was saying what she was supposed to say. But, you know, I was listening to other guides next to me, and all of a sudden they were like, look at this 3D painting, you know, like, look at the technique. And I would never notice that because she didn't tell us. And I looked up and there's like this 3D painting and it looked so amazing. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Like she didn't even mention it, like, hello, you know, look up or whatever. It was quite disappointing for the money. Like if I paid 20 pounds or 40 pounds or euros, like I would be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But for that price, damn. And again, I wouldn't be able to access that on that day because it was all sold out. So I had to go through the most expensive tour guide, you know. As I mentioned, you can't really take big luggage with you, or backpacks are not recommended either. So what you can do, and there are some storage rooms in Vatican, but they open usually from 8:30 or 9 a.m. As I was going at 8:15, I couldn't use them. And I had the luggage because I just checked out from my hotel, and I had the suitcase and I had the backpack, and I didn't know what to do. So there is like a storage in the Vatican museums, storage room, whatever. It's a whole complicated, like you can take it to Sistine Chapel, but you have to take the luggage. Like it's all complicated. Like I don't even know how it works. What I would suggest also, for the sake of quick entry, get your luggage somewhere else. Don't take it with you. Don't take the backpacks or luggage. Take the small bag, very, very small bag, nothing in it, potentially your camera, because you can take cameras inside. You cannot obviously take pictures with the flash or take pictures or videos in Sistine Chapel at all. Please don't do that. Don't be an asshole that do that. What you can do, and I have a very good recommendation for you, and this is not a paid promotion because, you know, they have no idea I'm doing this, but I was so happy with this hotel. Super cheap. For Rome. I paid 50 quid, and it was like last minute reservation, 50 quid for a double room. It's called Casa Piccole Ancelle di Cristore, something like that. It's 3 metro stops from Vatican. If you have early morning entry, you can just take that there in like 15 minutes, like super quick. You could potentially walk, you know, as well. So what's great about the hotel is fully run by nuns. So even after I checked out, I asked them, can I leave my luggage here and then go to do the tour of Vatican and then come back for the luggage? And they were like, yeah, of course, everybody's doing it. And they didn't even ask for any money or payment for that. And I was also kind of happy with the fact that my luggage, my laptop, my camera just stays with the nuns. So even though they did not lock the room, nobody stole anything, you know? I mean, you would go straight to hell if you did, come on. So I would definitely recommend to do that, do the Vatican, just bring almost nothing with you and then come back. It's very, very quick, and then go straight to the city center or whatever, or the airport. Personally, what I would recommend when you do the tour on your own of the Vatican Museum, if you're not doing guided tour, I would suggest for the Vatican museums to skip, unless you really like it, skip the sculptures and statues and all that stuff. Like, it speaks nothing to me. I don't care about that. There's a statue or sculpture and I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, don't mind me. If you like that stuff, that's fine. But I would skip right through the paintings, because your mind is gonna explode. How amazing that is. Like up, left, up, like the maps mathematically put together because, you know, they don't have planes, so they couldn't like see what's the truth, where's the truth. It's crazy. It's totally crazy, and there are maps that are wrong. And 3D paintings, and the paintings which, in my opinion, are much better than Sistine Chapel. I know you're gonna hate me for this, but that's my personal opinion. I mean, nothing against Michelangelo. And of course, I think my guide told me that he did some paintings in the Vatican museums as well, but I'm not sure. She was not very good. I don't remember much from it. Anyway, I think there was Raphael. There's so many paintings in Vatican museums, and it's mind-blowing, which leads me to, and I would want to spend so much time on it, but our guide, again, she was rushing. So I was like, you know, I can't really spend time on it. And then we went to Sistine Chapel, which great thing was that we had direct entry, no queue, no nothing, because we had the guide, right? So we were just going in. No photos, no videos allowed, of course. And you have to be quiet. Basically, nobody was quiet. Everybody was talking about, I don't know what, because it was different language. And then somebody just says, "Silenzio, per favore," and everybody is quiet for like 3 seconds. And then it's, why don't you just shut the up? Threw out my back for this. You have to realize people are stupid. Amen. I'm sorry for swearing. I guess the whole experience of Sistine Chapel is slightly destroyed by disrespect from people around you, right? And I think it would have a very different feel if everybody was quiet and you were just like, and we were literally standing there like this, and then we moved a little bit, like we were squeezed like a sardines. So the whole experience of Sistine Chapel, which took around 10 minutes, was not as amazing as I thought it would be. And I would wish that I could spend more time in the Vatican museums, the paintings section. And the last hack, oh my goodness, joke's on me. So I leave Vatican, right? I couldn't drink water because that machine that I saw in the beginning was not present anywhere else. And my guide was so rushing that I wouldn't have time for it anyway. So I was thirsty. It was like 100 degrees. I went to St. Peter's Basilica, right? There was no kiosk like that anywhere. I couldn't see anything like that. And I was so thirsty, right? And at least I didn't have to go to the toilet because the queue was longer than for the Queen of England. I come outside of Vatican, right? I'm bombarded by random sellers who pretend they just want advice, but they just want to sell you the guided tours. Anyway, I ignore that. I'm like, yeah, I just did the tour, thank you. And I see a kiosk with the water, you know, I'm like, oh my goodness. And I ran to it like a tunnel vision. I buy water for like 3 euros, like this small, and I drink it, right? And I turn left and I see a spring water for free. Oh my goodness. You put your kiosk like 20 meters from the spring water and you sell water for 3 euros. Shame on you. Shame on you. So I was like, okay, joke's on me. So please, if you leave Vatican, there are drinking water, spring water sources for free everywhere. So don't pay that guy or a gal for water for 3 euros, okay? If you have any questions, comment below. I'm going to read it and I'm gonna answer everything as much as I can. And if you visited Vatican with the guided tour or without, just share your experience to help others, because I'm pretty sure people will check the comment section as well for the experience of other people. And also all the important links are in the description of this video. I hope I helped you a little bit, and if I did, definitely subscribe. I mean, that's at least what you can do, except for, you know, liking the video, sharing the video, potentially using the thanks button or anything like that. I just wanted to do this and I'm happy I did, and I hope you enjoy your stay in Vatican.